make it a better place.
Hello, it's Libby from libbystamps.com coming to you today to show you how to make this little gift box that I've put tags in, and you make it with the gift box punch board. Now most of the boxes with the gift box punch board are square, so it's important to understand that when you want to make a rectangular box such as this, that you need to use the same measurement, or the same the same measurement on two opposite sides, and then a different one on the other two opposite sides. So I'm going to show you today how to make one of those. I'm going to use some Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to measure it at 19 centimeters or 7.5 inches, and it's a square, so 19 centimeters on both sides, and I'll have all these measurements on my blog. So that's all you need your trimmer for. And then we're going to use our gift box punch board, which is available in the holiday catalogue. Alright, and today for our box, to make this little box, we're going to use the large and the extra large lines. We're not using the diagonals, because when you make a rectangle, these diagonals will be out of line. So normally when you do a square, that's why you use the diagonals, because they line up. But when you're making a rectangle, it's not going to work like that. So for today's box, we're going to start on the large line, so large here, and we're going to score down, and we're going to score across, she says. That works a bit better for me. And punch. Then we're going to do a quarter turn, and we're going to move to the extra large line, so extra large here, and we're going to score down this way, and again across, but we're not going to punch this time. Having all sorts of problems today going across. All right, so no punching this time. All right, so then we're going to do another quarter turn, and we're back to the opposite side of our first side. So we're going to line it up with the L, and we're going to punch and score down that way and across, then we're doing a quarter turn, and we're going back to the extra large, and we're just doing the two scores, so down and across, and you can see your rectangle forming here in the middle. All right, so we've got all our score lines in. Now we're just going to flip our card over all together, and this side here is our L side. We've already got one punch, so we're just going back to the L, and we're just punching, and then we're going to turn it around and do the same on the opposite side, and just punch. All right, so that's all we need our gift box punch board for. It's important to remember that when you're doing rectangles, you just need to use two different measurements. So you could use a small and extra large or something like that, and we're not using the diagonal at all. All right, so we're just going to burnish all these score lines, and then I'll show you how I do my boxes. And this is just because I want them to stay together Now, you'll see that we've got a little bit extra here. So I'm going to cut those bits with my scissors. Now, once you've done that, you've got the makings of your box. So you can just push those in, and if you want to, you can snip out these little bits here that I didn't snip out before. So you've got 4 little corners there that you can snip out. It's a great little box, fits lots of things in it. Tags you could put in it. Of course, you could put sweets or gift of some sort, whatever you like. Alright, so as I said before, we've got the makings of our box. So you can just push those ends in like so, and you've got your box all done up and it'll open. So that's the basic box. Now, for my boxes, I just put a little bit of Tombow on each of the flaps and glue it shut. And so I've got one that I've prepared earlier where I've glued it shut. I've also just trimmed the larger triangles a little bit so that when I close my box, you haven't got that lap over like you do on this one. See how they lap over? And I've left the lap over on my cherry cobbler one as well. Anyway, so for this one, I just changed it up a little bit. All right, then you need to get, if you want to put the star border around it, you need your confetti stars punch, and you need a piece of card which is 27 centimeters long and 2.5 centimeters wide. So all right, so and then you're going to pop this in your punch so that it's not quite up to this edge. You need to leave it a little way off the edge so that it doesn't punch right through. So about 2 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch you're going to leave. So don't jut it right up to the edge. You need to leave that bit of space, and then you know to match up the stars as you punch. So that's one piece, and the other piece is just 10 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters. So you punch all those out, and done that, and I'm working on this box now. Just get a little bit of Tombow, and I usually do the front first, so I just put a little bit of Tombow on in different places. Try and put some along the edges so that it sits down nicely. So I do the front first so that I can get it nice and straight. And then I go back and do the edges after that. So I just pop it on the front. This also helps keep your box together. Line it up so it's nice and straight, and that's an advantage of using Tombow. It gives you a little bit of wriggling time. Alright, so I'm just going to hold that there. Get my Tombow. And put some Tombow on each side, so you don't need a lot, just enough to hold it down. I'm just going to hold that down like that while I tip this one over and just put a little bit of glue on the edge. fold it down, so you put some on the corners too, so that it stays down. Alright, and then I'm just going to pop that on the back. So it does almost look like it lines up, but it doesn't really matter. It's the effect that you're looking for. So here's my box. And this time what I've done is I've got some gold ribbon, the 5/8 of an inch satin, and I'm just going to put that around the box and tie a bow. Alright, so there's my bow. I'm just going to move that to the middle. Alright, now I've prepared a tag earlier, just out of Whisper White. I've stamped using the Bright and Bold stamps, and then I've cut the gold out by laying the framelets on some gold, and I'm just going to pop a hole using our 5/8 of an inch punch. Thread some gold baker's twine through the hole, and then because I still want to put something in the box, I'm just going to be able to slide the ribbon off. So I'm just going to tie the star on through one of the ribbon loops and tidy that up. And we have our box. So I hope you liked that video. If you did, make sure you hit like on the button below and share it if you want to, and make sure you visit my blog and see me on Facebook as well. Alright, bye for now. Thanks for stopping by.
Imagination, try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind.